First dance from Danville. Some March Madness, early March Madness here as the 19-3 Danville Blue Devils begin their playoff journey at home in a sectional semifinal against a team that got the best of them in the tournament just 2 seasons ago. The Northside Christian Lions sit 12th in the Central District and travel here to the Devil's Den to do battle with the number 2 seed in the Central District. We'll step aside. The OH.REPORT has all of your live and free coverage coming up next.
Do you know what it takes to get yourself and your family prepared? Elite Preparedness is here to help, offering training and courses in concealed carry, defensive CCW, tactical pistol, and many more. We also have an on-site indoor gun range and a retail, firearms, ammo, and preparedness supply store, serving a growing public and private need for all hazards preparedness with a professional and personal approach. Contact Elite Preparedness today, 740-263-1234, or at 25580 Bell Church Road.
At Knox Community Hospital, your primary care physician is more than someone who delivers your test results, more than someone who writes prescriptions, more than someone who listens to your heart. We are your healthcare partner who takes the time to know you, listen to your concerns, and provide you with expert personalized care to make and keep you well. Because to us, you're more than just numbers on a chart. You're a neighbor and a friend. Knox Community Hospital, in the community, for the community.
At the Killbuck Savings Bank, you can expect great products and service from a fellow Knox County Chamber member. Now offering premier card processing solutions and services, ensuring the business owners understand their credit card processing fees. We have a wide selection of card processing solutions that provide lower fees, faster payment, additional security, exceptional marketing features, and help to improve your business operations and customer experience.
Local sports deserve to be done right. We're built for the communities that support the game. This isn't about one season. Every season matters because every game tells a story, and those stories don't stop at the final buzzer. We're here for every moment, big or small. Watch anytime, anywhere on your schedule, and it's always free to watch. This is the future of local sports. This is the OH.REPORT.
Now time for your NAMI Ohio pregame show here on the OH.REPORT. Jonathon Langdon with you, and I know for sure that is wrong. I apologize for the mistake of the sponsor, but a huge shout out to our new sponsors bringing you live and free coverage here on the OH.REPORT. Let me pull them up real quick. The awkward pause here in the sectional tournament game as I pull up these sponsors here on the OH.REPORT. A huge shout out to the Bottleneck Bar Grill, sponsoring, of course, our scoreboard sponsor here in this game. Also, our actual pregame sponsor, D3 Newell Repair and Restoration, quality work and trust. We'll get working on that here momentarily to get that fixed on our end. Shout out to Elite Preparedness, another sponsor here of this OH.REPORT broadcast here today, and then also Danville Tire and alignment, along with plenty of others that we'll talk about throughout the rest of this broadcast. Let's go ahead and jump into both of these teams. And actually, before we do that, we'll step aside, get everything fixed up, and come back here on the OH Report.
At the Killbuck Savings Bank, you can expect great products and service from a fellow Knox County Chamber member. Now offering premier card processing solutions and services, ensuring the business owners understand their credit card processing fees. We have a wide selection of card processing solutions that provide lower fees, faster payment, additional security, exceptional marketing features, and help to improve your business operations and customer experience.
back here from Danville High School, ready for a sectional semifinal game. Just moments from now, tip-off will happen. Going to jump into our pregame show here briefly and talk about both of these sides. Danville, the number 2 seed in the Central District, they are set to take on Northside Christian. And we'll talk about the Lions first. Of course, a fall from grace for them. Last year they were towards the top of this district, but here they are sitting as a 12th seed. And the odds are, coming here into Danville, their season could end tonight.
Yeah, I think definitely, after looking after last season, you kind of had a 19-7 season, and you kind of lose a bunch of seniors like we were talking about in the pregame, and just kind of seeing what that'll look like for them going forward and hopefully coming in here and even trying to attempt to upset up in here. So let's see how this goes kind of for Northside Christian.
Yeah, for Northside Christian, they didn't send us stats today, but we do know that Zach Lovegrove is one of 7 juniors on this squad that, of course, they're only going to lose 1 senior this year, but that group next year, you're going to see a lot of those pieces shine today.
And that's the big thing for a lot of teams nowadays. It's like when you lose a bunch of seniors, it kind of ruins momentum and see how the team goes. But I think at the same time, when you have a young team, it definitely is a time to rebuild and just kind of see how you can build those guys from the floor up.
And then for the Danville Blue Devils, before we tip things off here, we'll talk about the team spotlight. They're almost ready to go on the floor, but Coach Proper, KMAC Coach of the Year as of last night. Congratulations to him as this team leads them their way back home after 3 games on the road.
Yeah, just an incredible season for them, going from last in the KMAC this past year to just a heck of a season, finishing 2nd in the league and then also getting the 2 seed here in the divisional tournament.
So here we are underway as the playoffs have begun for Danville. 19-3 on the season, 12-2 in the KMAC. Both losses in the league came to a still undefeated Fredericktown Freddies as they play their final regular season game tonight against Mount Gilead elsewhere. So seeing a 2-3 zone out of the gates here for Northside Christian to try and fend in this Danville offense that turns it over on their first possession.
Yeah, it's something Danville probably hasn't seen a lot of this year. It's honestly a 2-3 zone, a lot of man from a lot of the teams out of the KMAC. So we'll see how they kind of stack up with the size that they have.
So top of the key work for Soren Pappas. The junior, one of the 7 that we talked about for Northside Christian, as Lovegrove, the point forward, stands 6'4". Sees his Lions move the ball around offensively. In the painted area, out to the corner. Pappas pops. Shot short. Spalding the rebound. Here come the Blue Devils. Minute gone here in quarter number 1 is Wes Payne. Scans the floor. High toss to the leading scorer for the team, Aiden Mickley. Looks for OG. West back to OG. They'll swing it around. 6:50 to go here in quarter number 1, and still no score. Active hands for Chase Nordine. As West steps through, sneaks in a pass. Danville's defense or offense working hard here with some nice aggression on the other end by Northside Christian that forces a miss.
Yeah, good job by Northside Christian there, just being able to make them get the contested shot there and just be able to get a good rebound and get back the other way.
A lot of unknowns about this Northside Christian team coming into today, but, in the first 2 possessions so far, we know they can play some pretty good defense as a floater goes up for Nordine, and that's no good. Wes Payne will bring it up the floor again. 2 minutes gone as Spalding catches in the middle, floats it up and in. First points of the postseason for the Blue Devils. Ashton Spalding.
There we go. I say, way to get down there, way to get a ball inside, and just a good layup there by Spalding, just be able to get it up and in.
I apologize. I've called, I think, 3 or 4 girls games in a row, so the lady just kind of rolls off the tongue at this point as there's a turnover headed towards Danville. Gromberg, a quick spurt here, already going to be subbed out for the first teamer in the KMAC. Parker Proper, the freshman. He'll get a basketball here. 2-0 Blue Devils. And great defense to start for Northside Christian, just the 12 seed. Playing much better than it right now. However, Mickley dissects the defense, makes it 4-0.
Yeah, I think that's a big thing here for Danville. They just got to find a way to get inside because a lot of the times we know they can shoot the 3, but the big time, good steal there, good layup there.
So Mickley, a quick 4 points in quick succession. And a wild pass as they face the Danville press. Results in another turnover. Mickley over the top, Spalding. And this is where Danville's dangerous, getting into that press and getting good looks, just like they did right there. 8-0 now. Blue Devils could run away with it right now.
I think this is going to be a big thing for Northside Christian, just having the good communication. These last couple of possessions has just been kind of some bad passes and just kind of turned the ball over kind of quickly, leading to quick points for Danville.
See if they can break it. They go long this time. Pappas. And that ball up the floor. Got a whistle. So reset on the baseline. 4:42 to go here in the first quarter.
Lay it by Lovegrove, missed up the right side, back the other way for Danville.
Proper sizes up, looks for Mickley again, into the corner pane. Drive and kick, Mickley. Shoots a three off the back iron. Proper the rebound, fighting inside, gets to his left hand, and he'll win a foul. We're headed to the free throw line.
Such a good job just being physical down low and just being able to get the offensive board, get one back up, and get yourself to the stripe.
So 2 shots for Carson Proper, a guy that in games we've seen from him this year has tend to get taken out early due to foul trouble. Of course, it's great to still see him on the floor, but he does miss the free throw there as we're in the free throw zone, presented to you by Danville Tire and Alignment. Second shot off the iron, and a violation called. So we'll shoot it up again.
Something you don't see a lot of nowadays. It's just the lane violation on a 3-3. You don't see that a lot of the time nowadays be called, honestly.
So get a second chance. Still can't cash it in. 8-0 it stays. Nordine heavy pressure and a shove from behind on the aforementioned Carson Proper. So Gronberg will sub him in, or sub him out, and he now has 2 fouls. So we're about right back to that story we talked about.
I remember we watched that Danville game a couple weeks ago, and I remember he had 3 fouls early in the first half. So hopefully he can just contain those fouls and be able to find a way to get himself back on the floor and create that presence that he's been doing all year long.
Yeah, at the same time, though, it's still use that physicality that helps him stay close early on in games. On the ball, Carter Mitchell. Junior dishes off to Lovegrove. Crossover move, step in. Gronberg with a bump, no foul call. Nordine dances around, gets the first 2 points for Northside Christian on the game.
Yeah, it was a good-looking bucket, be able to get away inside and just be able to find a shot right there in the middle and just be able to give yourself your first 2 points of the game.
Ball enters into the middle. Owen cannot get the bounce. Lovegrove the rebound, but quickly intercepted. And West turns it back over. A little bit wild here in these last few minutes. Nordine finishes. Right wing 3 up for Parker. Danville as a team shoots 38% from the line. That's the best in the KMAC. Look at Parker. Crashed the glass. 10-4. Stepping into a 3, the lefty, Lovegrove. Oh, and Ashton dribbles it off the back of OG's foot.
And that's just a tough situation there. Looking up floor, trying to create something up the floor and just bounce it off your own teammate's foot and just kind of had a tough turnover there, Jonathan, honestly.
Yeah. I toss over the top. Lovegrove floater in traffic, I should say. Parker crossover move to Mickley. Puts his head to the floor, turns it over. Throw over the top. Chance for the Lions to cash in again. Nordine tried to draw a foul, didn't just lay it in. So Danville survives in transition. Parker. Kick, corner, Mickley. Lovegrove another rebound and a foul on Gronberg before the fast break opportunity. 2:05 to go here in quarter number 1. So Danville backing off a little bit, still in that 1-2-2. As Briggs Wallace is checked in for the Blue Devils. Also, Bryson Burke getting some time in the first quarter, already up 10-4. And there goes Briggs, poking it away, scooped up Mickley. He'll lay it in. He's threatening to duck that one down.
Yeah, that's what we even talked mid-game. I mean, possibly, we were like, oh, there's not going to be much of anything like that. And he was looking forward, I think. So here we go.
Mitchell gets the first step. Hands up from Gronberg. It's pure physicality, no whistle from the officials. Proper, spin, bank shot, good. And a timeout by Northside Christian as Proper off the bench has 6 points. And your replay is brought to you by Elite Preparedness here tonight. I mean, Logan, what are you seeing here in the first, basically the first quarter? We're getting towards the end of the first quarter, but 14-4, Danville starting to run away now.
I think Danville has just had more of a physicality, just kind of showing how they can just space out the floor and still be able to contain this game. Even though, yeah, they had 2 quick buckets right there, towards a certain part of the quarter, but at the same time, just the physicality and just well-roundedness of Danville has really just controlled this game so far, I think. Northside Christian just got to kind of find a way to create the open shot. I think they've tried to rush some passes and just kind of figuring out ways to see how they can find the open look, and a lot of their looks have honestly just been a dribble drive inside, but I think just giving themselves a consistent look is what's going to help them get back in this game.
So the Blue Devils out of the timeout. We'll keep it with some of their younger guys off the bench. You see Briggs walking out. Bryson Burke getting some time, of course. Parker Proper, even as a freshman, of course, still gets plenty of time, has gotten plenty of time this year, but he'll lead this team with Gronberg and Mickley also out on the floor. Everybody you see on the floor right now is going to be back next year. That's always a fun thing to see.
And that's one of those things, Jonathan, just being able to bring a team like that and just seeing the physicality that a team like this can bring and just understand what that next year's going to look like is huge for a team.
Henry Kester in the game for the first time, turns it over. Wallace, hop step, finds Mickley, fade away. How about that play?
That was a nice look, just being able to find a guy down low, just a risky pass, but just being able to stop and pop it and just be able to get inside, get you a couple points.
And Mickley now has 8 points. Briggs hands up defense. Another trap comes and another steal. And Northside Christian not able to keep up with Danville right now. Kick to the corner. Proper misses it. There for the board. Pass back inside. Mickley the reverse. Won't go. Finds a loose change again. 18-4.
That brings Mickley up to 10 for the quarter. I mean, he just came on and just found a way to score this quarter. Just a good quarter for him and just overall the team.
Nordine in a pickle. Taken away again. However, one back by the Lions. Kester lane to the basket. Didn't take it. Delving on. Nice hustle by Burke. And then up the floor. Parker to Briggs. And goes right back inside to Parker. And an official timeout here as it'll make it 20-4 with 1.9 to go.
Say, way to make a play there. I say it looks like he came on, and it looks like we're going to have a little bit of blood coming out of here, but looks like he will be okay.
Yeah.
But had to get him out of the game very quickly.
So hoping everything's all right, of course, over there for Danville. Northside Christian makes a sub. See if they can get something here with 1.9 on the clock. But Briggs getting some battle scars here in a sectional semifinal game as he's going to head out to the locker room, and Coach Looney's going to have to wipe up the floor here, and that may send us into a brief timeout. So we'll step aside, come back. Actually, no, it looks like they didn't find anything, so maybe we'll start here a little sooner than expected. But Briggs did go to the locker room, so hope everything's okay there. 10 points for Aiden Mickley, 8 points for Parker Proper. They've got 18 of the 20 here in this first. That will wrap up here with a long heave that nearly went in. We've had so many buzzer beaters just in the last week, and that one was looking awfully good. But we're going to move to the second coming up next. 20-4, Danville, number 2 seed in the Central District with the lead.
At the Killbuck Savings Bank, you can expect great products and service from a fellow Knox County Chamber member. Now offering premier card processing solutions and services, ensuring the business owners understand their credit card processing fees. We have a wide selection of card processing solutions that provide lower fees, faster payment, additional security, exceptional marketing features, and help to improve your business operations and customer experience.
Second quarter action live and free on the OH.REPORT. Northside Christian coming out of their huddle. They trail by 16 here to Danville on the road. Shout out to Ada Mickley, also Parker Proper, leading with a combined 18 of the 20 points as the Lions will try to find their footing here in this second quarter offensively. 10 turnovers for the Lions compared to 4 for Danville in that first quarter of play. And it looks like we'll have turnover number 11. Nordine was not happy with the call, thought he got stepped on. Trying to plead his case, not going to get any change, so West will bring it up. It's been a long time since the Danville Blue Devils have hosted a sectional tournament game as a higher seed. As Spalding cannot get the finish inside, but there's a chance that this team not only hosts one home playoff game, but if they win, they'll host 2, and if they win there, they'll host a 3rd in the district semifinals.
Yeah, that's the way it seems like the format's going to nowadays, and with the lower divisions, they're starting to give it to where they give the power to the higher seed, and they're sticking to those home playoff games instead of doing the neutral sites that they kind of used to back just many years ago. So just kind of different ways of doing things.
Nice box out by Proper. He wins a foul. That'll go on Nordine. But, I mean, yes, the neutral sites, of course, are going to stay for the district title. Danville is actually going to have to come over closer to where I live for once. They'll get to go play potentially at Ohio Dominican for their Central District title. That would be next Saturday. But, of course, got this game to win still, got Friday, and then you've got next week as well before next Saturday. So you can't look ahead too much. These Blue Devils, 19-3. They haven't experienced a whole lot of losing, but they have. One of their losses came to a team in the district in Newark Catholic. 3-ball up and through for Parker Proper, who's now leading the game with 11.
That's a good way to find an open look right there, just off the right side, just find a guy in the corner and just be able to stop and pop 3 and be able to get you 3 points, get going for the quarter.
It's already been a very unselfish game for Danville. Of course, that's been their MO all season long, 16 assists a game. And they've also got plenty of steals, as you saw one there from Aiden. So yet another turnover for the Lions. Danville, of course, this is a semi-revenge game. They lost to Northside Christian 2 years ago. Oh, nice pass inside to Ashton. That was a sneaky one. But Northside Christian, they were able to beat Danville 2 years ago in their sectional game, and then they went on to play all the way towards the district championship game. But, of course, how the tables have turned here in the last 2 seasons, where now Danville is a higher seed and much higher at that. Nordine nearly dissected the defense enough for a bucket. However, Danville now with numbers, 5-on-4. Parker, another dish, and a nice quick finish by Spalding, who's starting to stack up points of his own. He's got 6.
Yeah, keep finding a way early. It seems like they're just getting to the floor, finding the open shot, and just finding the open guy underneath, and just being able to get those easy right underneath the basket, too. Just keep on rolling with the team.
Nice catch and shoot look for Northside. Carter Mitchell scores his first 2 points. So sticking with that 2-3, Northside Christian here. As Wes gets past his first defender. Good contest, though, from Lovegrove. Spalding inside, however, another board, and he's headed to the free throw line. So it's been Ashton here in this second quarter that started to take over. As we head now to the free throw zone. presented to you by Danville Tire and Alignment. First shot falls through, 28-6, already a quick lead here for the Blue Devils. Of course, offensively, this team has been so good this season as the second shot is rattled home. 63 points per game as an offense this year, 47% from the field. And I mean, 38% from three was far and away in the league, the best shooting from beyond the arc in the league.
You don't see a lot of teams nowadays, honestly, shooting 35% and above. You see a lot of teams in those higher 20s and just kind of going from there. But I think Danville's just had such a successful season beyond the arc, and just seeing the way the season's been going for them, it kind of shows.
Whistle from behind the basket. So Lovegrove will head to the line now. And I think a lot of that, Logan, is because the volume shooting is up. Because you'll see a lot of teams throw, I think, 25, 30 three-pointers up a game. Mm-hmm. And it's hard to sustain that rate for so long in a certain game. But Danville, they do a good job staying disciplined. Coach Proper has them taking great shots rather than good shots.
Just finding the actual good shot. Finding that great shot that way they're able to actually sit there, find the open shot instead of taking that contested type shot with a hand in your face and something like that, and just being able to create those opportunities. Because like you said, teams will shoot 25, 33s a game and, maybe only make 3 of those a night. So it's just been honestly good season for them.
Point blank range, Ashton can't get the finish. So Lovegrove will push the pace, find an open shooter, Pappas. Payne will push the pace the other way. Pick and pop, too deep to shoot for Briggs. And you can see Briggs, he took a shot earlier. He's got a bandage right on his left eye as the ball keeps swinging, and Proper is starting to heat up here. 14 points. Nice anticipation by his brother Carson. Briggs feeds it right back to the Lions. Over halfway gone. Nice moves and a floater.
Move, yeah.
Carter Mitchell showing off the moves here in the sectional semis. Proper heating up, keeps it going. 35 on the game, 17 of them have come from the freshman's hands.
Just what a game so far for him. That's 3 threes in just this quarter. I mean, he's finding the hot hand, and just I think that the rest of the team sees that and just going to keep feeding him, and just until he honestly misses, get that hot hand going.
Pull up, and look who rips in the rebound. Parker, watch out, he might shoot another one. West at the elbow, hand off, Parker unselfishly gives. Spalding steps through. Lovegrove the rebound, up ahead to Mitchell, who will slow it up with 2 at the scorer's table for Danville at the next dead ball. 3 now. Aiden Mickley just made his way over 2. Great student section today. A lot of bright colors for a Danville student section. That throws off Pappas enough to miss the 3. Freshmen play catch. They'll get their senior involved. West far side corner, lobs it out top. Some more patience as they go back to Carson. First points of the day for Carson Proper. It's a player for Northside Christian that was tying his shoe. The officials didn't stop play. Lovegrove on a 4-on-5. Had a good look, just couldn't make the shot. 2 minutes left here in half number 1. Quick moving first quarter as Ashton gets to work. He loves that left hand, Logan.
Man, it's just been like they're just giving it to him, and honestly just finding the way to get him up that left side and just being able to get those easy points at the left-hand side.
He's done most of his work, most of his damage here in the painted area. So Danville forces another Northside Christian timeout as it's 39-10, already getting close to a 30-point contest before our very own eyes. So as we sit in this timeout, I want to thank our sponsors bringing you the live and free coverage today. D3 Newell Repair and Restoration, quality work you can trust. Also the Bottleneck Bar and Grill, family owned and operated with locally sourced produce and cold drinks, and a safe, clean, friendly place to be. I was just there before setting up for this game tonight, and I'll be back on Friday if things continue to pull in the right direction, and I'm hoping you'll join me the next time, Logan.
I think so.
Okay, and then Elite Preparedness, also a shout out to them, a new sponsor on the OH.REPORT. Ohio's premier destination for shooting ranges, firearms training and sales, physical security services, and executive protection. And also more shout-outs. We'll talk about them a little bit more later on, but also Straight A Signs, Danville Tire and Alignment, Killbuck Savings Bank, and Elite Preparedness one more time. Great job on the trap, winning another steal. Mickley, physical finish.
You look at Mickley on both ends of the ball. He's just kind of been standing up at this upper end of the floor just on this press, and he's been really physical the entire time, finding a way to get the ball and then just get it right back. I mean, right here he's just sticking right with the defender and just being able to find a way inside the lane and just be able to go from there.
Pass just out of reach of Owen Smith. So Mitchell turns it over. It's 12 points now for Mickley after that layup on their last offensive possession. We'll get another one here for Danville. But this has been the ideal start for the Blue Devils as they celebrate a fantastic 19-3 season the right way, getting a great opportunity to win big here in the opening round. However, Mickley will turn this over.
Yeah, it's just a tough turnover there. Just got to put the hands to the ball and just be able to catch it free, even do anything with it. Just got to stick with it and go.
I mean, you work hard in the regular season for games like this, not just to, of course, go down the wire with some good teams for district championships, but for the luxury of getting a chance to win some big games and get some momentum moving forward in the playoffs.
I think that's a big thing, too. You know, a lot of these higher seeds are playing, you know, like a smaller seeded team, but then being able to get that opportunity to come in here, you know, and have a good game. You know, being able to find a way to be able to get some good points and just be able to find a way to get into your next games.
Harlan Kester counted in one. The freshman, 5'10" guard, will head to the free throw line for a chance to get three the hard way in a 41-12 contest. In and out. Good box out by Burke. Blue Devils looking to get to the magic number of 35 to trigger a running clock for the entire second half. They lead by 29. As Parker jumps early for another rebound, but it's great to see him crashing. He's done that a ton here already in this game.
Yeah, he's been very physical, like we've been talking about, almost with this whole team. Unselfish basketball. Just a way to find a way to the floor, but then at the same time just being physical on both ends of the floor.
Mitchell kicks it out. Nordine misses everything on the three. And Parker bumped as he went to catch the pass, and coach not too happy with the call. Look on your left of your screen. Mouth agape. That's the third team foul on Northside Christian. Nobody really in foul trouble with 3.6 to go. See what they can get with the final 3.5 seconds. Gromberg bobbles the catch. Spalding fade away off the back iron. And we will not have another buzzer beater in us, as we've had plenty, of course, here on the OH Report, as you've seen on our feed. 41-12, Danville with a big lead as we end the first half in just 27 minutes. We'll be back on the OH Report.
Do you know what it takes to get yourself and your family prepared? Elite Preparedness is here to help, offering training and courses in concealed carry, defensive CCW, tactical pistol, and many more. We also have an on-site indoor gun range and a retail, firearms, ammo, and preparedness supply store, serving a growing public and private need for all hazards preparedness with a professional and personal approach. Contact Elite Preparedness today, 740-263-1234, or at 25580 Bell Church Road.
At Knox Community Hospital, your primary care physician is more than someone who delivers your test results, more than someone who writes prescriptions, more than someone who listens to your heart. We are your healthcare partner who takes the time to know you, listen to your concerns, and provide you with expert personalized care to make and keep you well. Because to us, you're more than just numbers on a chart. You're a neighbor and a friend. Knox Community Hospital, in the community, for the community.
At the Killbuck Savings Bank, you can expect great products and service from a fellow Knox County Chamber member. Now offering premier card processing solutions and services, ensuring the business owners understand their credit card processing fees. We have a wide selection of card processing solutions that provide lower fees, faster payment, additional security, exceptional marketing features, and help to improve your business operations and customer experience.
Local sports deserve to be done right. We're built for the communities that support the game. This isn't about one season. Every season matters because every game tells a story, and those stories don't stop at the final buzzer. We're here for every moment, big or small. Watch anytime, anywhere, on your schedule. And it's always free to watch. This is the future of local sports. This is the OH Report.
Time to take a second and thank our sponsors bringing you Danville Athletics here on the OH Report. A huge shout out to Newell, D3 Newell Repair and Restoration, quality work you can trust. The Bottleneck Bar and Grill, family owned and operated with locally sourced produce and cold drinks in a safe, clean, and friendly place to be. Elite Preparedness, Ohio's premier destination for shooting ranges, firearms training, and sales, physical security services, and executive protection. Also a shout out to Straight A Signs, bringing your vision to life with bold vinyl lettering, eye-catching signs, custom apparel, high-quality sports uniforms that make your brand or team stand out from the crowd. Danville Tire and Alignment, for all your automotive and light truck service repairs. Go Devils is their final message to you. Killbuck Savings Bank, since 1900, Killbuck Savings Bank has been proving to serve our community with dedication, integrity, and a commitment to your financial success. In 2025, they celebrated 125 years of building relationships, empowering dreams, and growing together with you at the Killbuck Savings Bank. And final shout out, the Double Dip from Elite Preparedness, Ohio's premier destination for shooting ranges, firearms training and sales, physical security services, and executive protection. We'll step aside, show you all of the scoring baskets from the first half, then we'll give you some numbers here on your halftime show, presented again by Newell Repair and Restoration. It is time for the halftime show presented to you by D3 Newell Repair and Restoration, a new Danville sponsor here on the OH Report. Jonathon Langdon with Logan Hines. Also a shout out to Dylan Farrell, your camera operator, as it's a 41-12 game. Northside Christian looking like their season's likely going to end at the hands of number 2 Danville here in a sectional semifinal on this beautiful Tuesday night, driving into Danville, of course, here today. Let's go ahead and take a look at those team stats, and you're going to notice a pretty big difference, of course, in the scoring column. Twos, it's been Danville all in the interior. They've been doing a great job, and then all 3 of those threes as well have come from one player. Parker Proper is heating up in this one. He's got 17 points. And then also turnover battle. Northside Christian, they've struggled a little bit as of late, managing this Danville press that has been thrown at them by the Blue Devils.
Yeah, it's been the hard thing, honestly, just looking at the turnover column. You just kind of see Northside Christian still not going away, but at the same time, they have been just fighting on and off just to be able to stay on the floor with them. But they've just been having some rough turnovers, not communicating with their passes, and just been kind of going all over the place, but they're still having a good fight in them as they go through the rest of this game.
So both teams getting ready to head over to their huddles and get ready for this third quarter. Logan, I'll let you break down the individual scores. How are we looking here heading into the third quarter?
Yeah, Northside Christian, Mitchell's got 4, Nordine's got 4, Lovegrove's got 2, and then Harlan Kester, has 2 as well. So kind of still figuring up some things, but Parker Proper has 17. His brother Carson has 2. And then I believe Mr. Mickley has 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. He's got 12 on the evening, and Mr. Spalding has got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 9, and 10. So just kind of a mix between all the Blue Devils tonight, just kind of going through and just seeing what that looks like for each of the players, and just kind of having Parker come off the bench and get your so far leading scorer of the game.
So they will trot out the starters here to start the third quarter. We'll see how long they stay out, of course, with this 29-point lead. Magic number is 35. If they can get to there, it'll be a running clock the rest of the game until Northside Christian gets it back within 30. Spalding blocked inside. Nice defense by Zach Lovegrove, who's got 2 points. He's had a couple of alterations at the rim here in this game, despite the lopsided score, as Harlan Kester gives it right back to Lovegrove. Throws up a heat check. Good rebound by Northside and a foul. That'll send us to the sideline. Coach Proper, there's a reason he's KMAC Coach of the Year. He's still growing into these kids, the starters that have given up a few offensive rebounds in the last couple of possessions that I can remember.
Yeah, I say the way that they've been kind of letting them just kind of stay inside and just kind of stand underneath and honestly grabbing it. And that's going to, and against certain teams, that's not going to win you the ball game, just being able to be open about it and just kind of going that way. So another turnover there by Northside Christian.
Coach Proper, just his first season with Danville, and what a season it has been for sure. We were thinking there was a chance Danville could go all the way from worst to first in the league. Of course, Fredericktown having the season they've had, they did not make it easy at all for Danville to try to make that happen, but they'll take a second-place finish at 12-2 in a KMAC that I think is going to see a lot of teams go deep in the postseason.
I think so too, Jonathan. You see the difference in, honestly, divisions too between just the way the KMAC is. You got some teams that's almost in D5 all the way down to D7, so you just kind of see just a total mix of all things. So just kind of seeing the way things go and just kind of, being a first-year coach too, Matt Proper over there just kind of finding a way to get these boys rallied. In your first season, a lot of time you don't see teams nowadays finishing first, second, or third, honestly, in their first season with a brand new coach.
So there was an initial call for Danville basketball on that play that went out of bounds, but they reversed it. It was a slight deflection by the Blue Devils, so it'll stay here as Nordine drives, and he's blocked, met at the rim by Wes Payne. And Wes will take it in from Mickley with 6.5 to go here in the third quarter. Inside out, looking for 3. Gronberg, at one point in time in the regular season, was leading the league in three-point percentage. He missed that one, but he does force a turnover on Kester. And, Gronberg, he could shoot the ball, but that's not his, of course, number one thing to do. But, he was shooting 48% at one point halfway through the season.
Hey, man, big boys got to shoot sometimes, He's a big presence down inside, but at the same time, sometimes just all of a sudden being able to pull up from the 3 line just kind of impresses some people sometimes,
Sees that go last off of him, however. We'll head the other way. But back to the KMAC conversation. Fredericktown playing Mount Gilead tonight. That's a final regular season game for the Freddies. If they can win it, they'll go a perfect, undefeated, I believe 22-0 before heading into the playoffs. And, of course, Mount Gilead is that other team that's kind of a wild card in my eyes. However, though, if they want to make a deep playoff run, they'll have to play Fredericktown again in the postseason next week as we see Ashton Spalding finish inside.
Yeah, and that's just tough, looking at Mount Gilead, because Fredericktown's just been such that overall sound team this season that, they're going to look to continue that success from their undefeated season, just keep going from there and just seeing the success they've had.
Owen lost it on the way up right there to clean it up. Mickley misses the lay-in. Spalding, another offensive rebound, and he doesn't blink twice. Gromberg, you saw, was frustrated a bit. Pounded his fist on the boards underneath. But he's able to work another turnover. Ashton up ahead. Mickley switches directions. And the running clock has now started, 47-12. Danville back at home putting on a show for their crowd. First game in the last 4 that they've been here in this gym, as we'll see Nordine head to the free throw line. So Danville, they've been itching to get back, and they're going to be back at least after this win here today for one more trip on Friday night.
And that's always a good feeling, Jonathan, be able to come back in front of your home fans and be able to get it done, but at the same time knowing you have another game at home and be able to go forward through the rest of this playoff run.
So as long as Danville holds on here, this will be 7 straight wins for the Blue Devils. Proper checks back in. He'll sit on the low block for the second free throw from Chase Nordine. That is a swish. Again, Northside Christian to stop that running clock. They got to get it within 30. High toss to Owen, able to catch it up. He'll go back and forth with Payne. West steps in, passes out of the shot. Gronberg steps in this time, still short. And Mitchell with a quick outlet, back to Nordine in the corner, trying to get Northside Christian back into this game.
Good look there for him, being able to get Nordine open. He's been your probably main shooter of this game, and he's just finding a way to get some points throughout the rest of this team.
Coach Proper claps his hands, likes what he's seen out of Danville on this motion. As Mickley misses the reverse. Good look, though, and then Carson there on the board. Oh, and it's given away senselessly by Northside. West, look inside, nicely zipped to the freshman. 19 points now for Parker Proper. I mean, what a feed we just saw there from Wes. Just kind of shoveled that one in there, basically.
Yeah, just found a way to find a lane and just kind of get it and go. And our scoreboard on the right side, there it goes. As I say, it can come right back on. I was like, whoa, hold on.
Parker squeezes in another pass. Mickley will put in the deuce. 53-17. And a foul on the ball on Gronberg. So Danville this year, against teams like Northside Christian, not in the KMAC, they're 7-1. And that one loss came to Newark Catholic, a team that is in their district. On the opposite side of the bracket, though, so the soonest they could see them is for a district championship game. But Danville, other than that Newark Catholic slip up here at home, they have been spotless against teams that aren't necessarily familiar with their game. Pappas steps it back. Wild on the shot, Mitchell there. Off the back iron, and the senior can't haul in the other board. Spalding pushes ahead. West stays patient. Tried to squeeze one in. Nordine blocked. Briggs gets a hand on it. Fast break again for Danville as Ashton cannot finish. Great defense. Back to Spalding, now to Proper. And now we're seeing Danville eat on the offensive glass.
just finding a way to get the rebound, Jonathan. Just being able to look up and just find a way, but at the same time getting the offensive board, just being able to be physical inside, just getting your own rebounds.
Nordine loses his dribble, goes back to Pappas, who pops it. Misses off the side iron. Briggs tries to chase it down, and he will win it off of the Lions. Great collapse by the Lions to win another turnover. 45 seconds to go in quarter number 3. Northside Christian on the basketball as a wild shot will earn a foul. They'll pick it up on Proper. Believe that'll be 2 free throws here, and that will likely be it for the third quarter with the running clock. But Northside Christian, they'll likely fall to 3-20 to end their season. But Nordine's still trying to do everything he can to make this a modest game as it hits off the back iron, and with 10 seconds left, we'll see the second free throw. Gets that one to go. And they will not get a shot off Danville, and that will end the third quarter. 55-17. Final proceedings coming up on the other side of the break here on the OH Report.
Do you know what it takes to get yourself and your family prepared? Elite Preparedness is here to help, offering training and courses in concealed carry, defensive CCW, tactical pistol, and many more. We also have an on-site indoor gun range and a retail, firearms, ammo, and preparedness supply store, serving a growing public and private need for all hazards preparedness with a professional and personal approach. Contact Elite Preparedness today, 740-263-1234, or at 25580 Bell Church Road.
Fourth quarter action here in the OH Report. Northside Christian trailing 55-17 to these Danville Blue Devils. A highly anticipated group. This gym has been packed almost every single game to see these Blue Devils this year. And that will continue likely into Friday night, where they will play their next game. It'll either be Liberty Christian, another team in the MOACAL along with Northside, or Ridgedale, a team that Danville just played not too long ago, a few weeks back, in a tight contest. I mean, if they get those Rockets back, I think that we could be in for a fun Friday night.
I think so. I think, looking back to that game, it was just a tight game, just being able to find a way that Danville, I think, going to be ready for him, but at the same time, just kind of be excited for that next matchup here at the house.
Ethan Swindle getting time here in the fourth, wins the rebound for the Blue Devils. Also, Chris Mosier making his first appearance. Parker Proper likely going to try to stack up his scoring as he's up to 19 on the game, 17 of which came in the first half. Briggs hop step in the lane, feeds to Swindle. Swindle rises, fires, can't get the bounce. And a foul on the rebound, loose ball foul on Burke. So running clock here for the rest of the fourth. Damian Smith will check in. Proper is going to make his way to the bench, get an ovation from this Danville crowd as the starters, along with their star sixth man, likely done for the day.
Yeah, what a good job by the starters. Building a way to where you can get some of your guys who don't get a ton of minutes throughout the season on the varsity side of things in your tournament game, and just kind of give those lifelong memories of being in a tournament game and scoring some points.
And, of course, no JV game before the varsity once the playoffs come around. So if you do get that lopsided scoreboard, you're more obligated to get these kids in. Great opportunity for them. 2 minutes already gone here in the fourth. Post entry to Owen Smith, who's doubled. Wins the basketball back, able to get it out to Mitchell. Carter Mitchell dances on Briggs, hop step into the corner. Smith gives to Nordine. Trapped. Ooh, behind the back, and it finds Smith for three.
What a pass, what a shot there from Northside Christian. Just a nice little behind the back to a three. What a play.
Now, I don't know if Smith was the intended target, but regardless, that's a highlight. Let's take a look at that again as that sneaks through. The senior, cool, calm, and collected on the three.
That's something you got to tell the classmates when you go back to school tomorrow. Just,
oh, yeah.
You got to go check out the highlight play from the night, guys.
Yeah, just pull it up on OH.REPORT. We posted it. That's probably going to be our play of the night.
There we go.
That's been a theme here in the last couple games that I've worked, at least, as Chris Mosier gets open, lays it in off glass, makes it 57-21. The losing team has been getting the highlights in a lot of our games, but that's good because they're going out with a bang in a sense. You'll get plenty more opportunities to see Danville make some great plays here in the postseason.
Agreed.
They get it back into Owen, and Owen will go right up on Briggs, draw a foul. So 2 shots here for the lone senior on the squad. Career likely ticking down on the clock as we speak, as he misses the first shot short. Of course, didn't get it behind he might want to see the official throw one behind the back just to boost his odds of seeing this one drop.
Yeah, just kind of feeling away. Just kind of, it's like when you're in practice and you tell your buddy to kind of give you a pass. I think that's the moment he's kind of feeling. Give me that behind the back pass, ref, and let me pull one up for you.
Smith times it up, gets it to go.
There we go.
57-22, 35-point lead for the Blue Devils. And Smith is subbed out in exchange for Zach Lovegrove, who returns to the game. Also in Eli Figueroa, number 25, playing on the ball there in that 2-3. And he scoops up the steal here. 3.5 left. Lovegrove lost it on the way up. So the Blue Devils looking like they'll get win number 20 on the season as Briggs, as he goes up with it, is called for a jump ball with Lovegrove. It'll stay with Danville. But you have to go back a long way to the last time these Danville Blue Devils on the boys' side were able to eclipse 20 wins. I mean, this has been a truly special season, and that's the main celebration tonight.
Yeah, I think the big thing, looking up at the banners on the wall, Jonathan, just they've found a way, just being able to see what that looks like. I think the last district championship was 2013. And if they can get back to that point, as you can see, we can both look up at the wall, there really has not been that much success on the boys' side of things. So I think this group is looking to change that.
I mean, yeah, the district championships on the wall, you have to go back 80 years before that 2013. Just 2 district titles in program history for Danville, and they're looking to get back there for a chance at another next Saturday. Jump ball after the rebound by the Lions. They'll stick with the basketball. Aiden Hood will get a chance here as he checks into the ball game.
No, I have to say, what a game by Briggs Wallace. He was very physical on both ends. Ended up with a bandage on his eye, but I felt like he made his presence known on both ends, and he's getting those minutes. We saw a game a few weeks ago where he was playing a lot of JV minutes, but I think he's making his presence be felt very known out here on the floor with the varsity.
Blocking foul called on Hood, just seconds into installing into this contest. Under 2 minutes left on that running clock.
And Jonathan, that running clock is something new, I think, to the high school basketball scene, correct? Over the last 2 or 3 years, I believe. I think that's something new that's been going on.
It is. They've kind of flirted with points of when it starts, but I think they're at a good spot right now. 35 points, and then the opposing team has to get down to 30 to stop it.
I think that's just a good way of doing it, just because a lot of teams, what we've seen I know past years back when me and you was in high school, that they would run up 40, 50, 60-point games. And, of course, where Ohio doesn't have a shot clock, teams would just sit around, hold the ball, they'd get up that high, and then really no one would get the chance to really play the game.
Yep. So it is now 57-26. Of course, another bucket for Northside will stop that running clock. here late stage of the game. Spin move Smith, blocked Lovegrove, catches and runs with it. 3-on-2, kick out, open for three, Nordine. He had the hot hand in the third, not able to get that one. Has some oohs and ahs from the student section with Smith on the ball right now. Smith drives, can't get it over Lovegrove. And with 20 seconds left, we'll see what the Lions decide to do. Stops at the free throw line. Nordine rattles it home. So, not a running clock affair as things will wrap up, but we will run down to the end of this game. A 29-point victory for the Danville Blue Devils as they'll get out of here with a chance now to head to the sectional championship game on Friday. They'll play the winner of Liberty Christian and Ridgedale. We'll have your updates on the OH Report when we get them on that other game. And for now, we'll sign off. Come back with your post-game show and your MVP of this one. We'll have Parker Proper join us upstairs coming up on the OH Report.
Do you know what it takes to get yourself and your family prepared? Elite Preparedness is here to help, offering training and courses in concealed carry, defensive CCW, tactical pistol, and many more. We also have an on-site indoor gun range and a retail, firearms, ammo, and preparedness supply store, serving a growing public and private need for all hazards preparedness with a professional and personal approach. Contact Elite Preparedness today, 740-263-1234, or at 25580 Bell Church Road.
At Knox Community Hospital, your primary care physician is more than someone who delivers your test results, more than someone who writes prescriptions, more than someone who listens to your heart. We are your healthcare partner who takes the time to know you, listen to your concerns, and provide you with expert personalized care to make and keep you well. Because to us, you're more than just numbers on a chart. You're a neighbor and a friend. Knox Community Hospital, in the community, for the community.
At the Killbuck Savings Bank, you can expect great products and service from a fellow Knox County Chamber member. Now offering premier card processing solutions and services, ensuring the business owners understand their credit card processing fees. We have a wide selection of card processing solutions that provide lower fees, faster payment, additional security, exceptional marketing features, and help to improve your business operations and customer experience.
Local sports deserve to be done right. We're built for the communities that support the game. This isn't about one season. Every season matters because every game tells a story, and those stories don't stop at the final buzzer. We're here for every moment, big or small. Watch anytime, anywhere, on your schedule. And it's always free to watch. This is the future of local sports. This is the OH Report.
And it's time for your post-game show here on the OH.REPORT, presented to you by D3 Newell Repair and Restoration. Jonathon Langdon, Logan Hines signing out here momentarily from Danville. 57-28, a 29-point win here for these Blue Devils. As we saw Northside Christian end their season at 3-20, Danville gets their 20th win of the season. A team that doesn't typically get to 20 wins on the year, but in just the first season with Matt Proper, things are looking up for these Blue Devils here tonight.
Yeah, I think tonight really showed it, Jonathan. Being able to come into your own house and just be able to get the job done. It's a lot of people say, it's tournament season, anything can happen. I mean, anything can happen. I've seen teams be a 22 seed and beat up a 3 seed, but Danville came in here, got it done, and is on their way to the next game.
Look at your final numbers. Of course, Danville winning the rebound battle, pretty much winning every categories here in this game. A lot of free throws today for Northside Christian, and in fact, I'm going to show you the next slide as well. They won that fourth quarter 11-2, so good things happen for this Northside Christian team despite the loss, and they've got a lot of young guys that'll be right back here next year.
Yeah, and that's the thing with Northside Christian, man. You can't look at this with the downside of things. All the boys there on the floor, they played hard. I think the only senior that they were losing was Owen Smith, who had a really awesome 3 right there towards the back end of the game. But at the same time, you're bringing a lot of those guys back, and you want to be able to see that growth within a small team. And I think this team really showed that tonight with just the grit and the fighting that they had all game.
Well, a huge shout out to Northside Christian. This is the part where I usually shout out all the seniors for the team that loses, and that's going to be Owen Smith today. Huge shout out to him, and I was reading up on him, just kind of getting ready for this game. Of course, a guy that ended up deciding not to play basketball his junior year, but something in him just felt convicted to come back and join the team senior year, and a great opportunity to come back, end his season with that 3 that you saw. So really fun to see on that side for Northside Christian, and then shout out to the rest of these Danville seniors that will continue into the postseason. We'll be excited to be back here on the OH.REPORT on Friday for whoever they end up playing. Liberty Christian is the 9 seed in the tournament. Ridgedale is the 6 seed, so they're favored to win. And if that is the matchup, what a matchup it would be to see these guys for a second time. They went to Ridgedale earlier on in the year. Now they'll get them back here at home potentially. And
that's a big thing too, going to somewhere and then playing them at home. And just looking at the home record for Danville in the season, and it turns them now. I believe it was 8-1 in non-conference play. Now 8 in non-conference play, but being at the house and being able to not really drop much of games all season, but then bringing somebody here after having a very convincing win against the Northside Christian team.
Well, we're going to step aside one more time, and when we come back, we'll wrap up our broadcast with Parker Proper, our MVP here, presented to you by Straight A Signs. We'll come back on the OH.REPORT.
At the Killbuck Savings Bank, you can expect great products and service from a fellow Knox County Chamber member. Now offering premier card processing solutions and services, ensuring the business owners understand their credit card processing fees. We have a wide selection of card processing solutions that provide lower fees, faster payment, additional security, exceptional marketing features, and help to improve your business operations and customer experience.
Do you know what it takes to get yourself and your family prepared? Elite Preparedness is here to help, offering training and courses in concealed carry, defensive CCW, tactical pistol, and many more. We also have an on-site indoor gun range and a retail, firearms, ammo, and preparedness supply store, serving a growing public and private need for all hazards preparedness with a professional and personal approach. Contact Elite Preparedness today, 740-263-1234, or at 25580 Bell Church Road.
It is time now for your straight A science player of the game as the sectional semifinal came and went in just under an hour. And Parker Proper now joining us in a nice win over Northside Christian. You scored 17 points in the first half, and with 19. I mean, you along with the starters in this group didn't have to do too much there in the second half. Talk about the execution that you guys were able to get done here today to get a nice win.
Yeah, I thought we came out and executed nice. We knew they were going to run the 2-3, so we prepared for that. Watched a lot of film on that, and we executed a lot, shared the ball very well, and that's what really broke them down, I think.
And you work hard all season, not just to get to the district title. We were talking about this a little bit during the game, but not just to get to the district title games and compete with some good teams, but you also work hard to get these games where you can kind of get in rhythm building up to those games. So is that kind of how you see it? What's the approach now as you've got another sectional game coming up?
Yeah, I mean, we're prepared for Bridgeville. We've already played them. I mean, it's just we're just trying to build day after day. So this week in practice, we're going to work as hard as we can because we want this more than anything right now.
For sure. You're getting some extra time with some of the younger guys. Tell me, maybe a few kids that have stepped it up in practice the last couple of days. Give some shout-outs in that department.
Yeah. So some of the guys that don't necessarily play JV but are still coming in and working. I mean, don't necessarily play varsity, play JV, still coming in and working. You got Jacob Karn, Mason Savage, Damian Smith. They're still working hard and making us better.
And they made their debuts tonight, so that's always good to see. Well, Parker, congratulations to you. Go ahead and take a look at that camera. Give any more shout-outs you want.
I'd like to shout out my family, shout out to God, obviously. And then shout out to my team in the student section. They came out and really supported us well.
All right, Parker. We'll see you Friday.
Yep, see you then.
Do you know what it takes to get yourself and your family prepared? Elite Preparedness is here to help, offering training and courses in concealed carry, defensive CCW, tactical pistol, and many more. We also have an on-site indoor gun range and a retail, firearms, ammo, and preparedness supply store, serving a growing public and private need for all hazards preparedness with a professional and personal approach. Contact Elite Preparedness today, 740-263-1234, or at 25580 Bell Church Road.
Well, we hope to see you on Friday night for a chance at a sectional title here for Danville. Jonathon Langdon here with Logan Hines wrapping things up. Blue Devils 20-3 now on the season as their historic year continues here on the OH Report. I mean, any shout-outs on your part? We're just coming away with this game and a big win for Danville?
Yeah, I think Danville's just got to carry the momentum. You know, just kind of seeing the way that the game was tonight. You can't expect every game to be like that, but at the same time, I think as long as they keep coming into the house for the time being, getting the job done, finding their way to Ohio Dominican University.
Well, just under an hour and a half. We're going to sign out. It's been a short, quick one here from Danville, but a great one for the Blue Devils as they get the win over Northside Christian. Have a great rest of your night. Thanks to our sponsors. Rolling through your screen one final time. You'll see them all throughout this Danville postseason run. Have a good night on the OH Report.